Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexa, and in today's video I'm going to be attempting to create some stenciled edges on my books using this stenciled book edges kit that I got from Barnes & Noble. I see this all the time at my local Barnes & Noble stores, and I have been so curious to know if it actually works and if it's worth the money. So we are gonna find out both of those things today. So the MSRP price is $22.99, but Barnes & Noble sells this for $12, which feels like a good deal, but I'm not exactly sure what all comes in this kit. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what it comes with. So it looks like it comes with 2 book clamps, 4 acrylic paints. There's pink, blue, yellow, and black. 2 different paint brushes. And it looks like these are the stencils. Okay, it comes with 6 different stencil designs. There's this one, which is like sun and moon and stars. This one, which is like roses. This one is just like a bunch of different letters. This one is dragons and like a castle. This one has a feather, a crystal, and a sword. And this one has a mountain, a snake, and a spoon and knife. And then it also comes with a little instruction book. All right, I read through the instructions and it seems fairly simple, so I'm gonna grab a couple books and we're gonna see if this works or not. All right, I grabbed 2 books that we're gonna try this out on. This is If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nowlin. This is supposed to be the sequel to If He Had Been With Me. I still haven't read this book, but it does have a rose on the front. And so I was kind of thinking that this rose design might be cute. The only problem is that this kit does not come with red or green, which are colors that I would typically associate with roses. This feels like such an odd array of colors to include in this kit, but thankfully I have my own acrylic paints that I'm going to supplement the kit with. Let me go grab those. Okay, I might also need some water. I was so preoccupied with gathering supplies that I forgot to show you guys the other book that I'm gonna be doing. This is Graceling by Kristin Cashore, and I don't know if you can see with the glare, but there is a sword that the character on the cover is holding. And so I thought the sword stencil might look cute on there. This is a book that I remember reading as a kid and absolutely loving. So I would love to reread this book at some point in my adult life. Maybe if it has cool edges, I'll be more inclined to read it. All right, I'm gonna switch the camera angle and then we are going to get started. All right, so I kind of have everything laid out on the floor here. We're basically going to clamp the book together so that the pages don't separate. It also recommended clamping like some type of wood board on either side of the cover so that it's more secure, I guess. But I don't really have wood boards laying around, so we're just gonna do it like this. Now, like I said, I wanna try and do the rose design on here. I'm gonna go ahead and get some paints ready. Probably don't even need that much, but I just put some red and green paint onto the palette. So now we pretty much just put the stencil onto the book. So this is the sticky side and we're gonna put it face down onto the book. So as I'm putting this stencil on, I can definitely see how it would be beneficial to use wood boards on either side like the instruction book recommends, because the pages in the center of the book just feel like they're getting very separated. But we're just gonna try it like this and see if it works. All right, I think I've got it in a decent position, so I'm just going to press it down. All right, then you're supposed to remove this top layer. All right, so there we go. The stencil is on and it's honestly not that sticky. So I'm not really sure how well this is gonna work, but I'm gonna start adding the paint, but the paintbrush it comes with seems oddly large for such a delicate stencil. Even this little brush is very oddly shaped to paint smaller areas. So I think I'm just gonna use a paintbrush that I already have, but it does come with these if you so choose to use them. And now I guess I just add the paint. I'm a little scared, to be honest. I may or may not have just spilled some paint right there. All right, it's pretty much done. I'm just gonna go over a few spots that look a little rough. All right, here's where we're at the moment. I'm going to let it dry as much as I can before taking the stencil off. You're supposed to let it dry completely before taking the stencil off, but I am incredibly impatient, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to wait, but I'm gonna try to wait until it's completely dry to take the stencil off. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and do this one off camera because this was really hard to do on camera, so I will be back with the results of both of these books. Okay, the books are finished drying and it is time to reveal the final results. Here is the first one. Honestly, from far away, it doesn't look too bad. When you look at it up close, there are definitely some imperfections. I feel like the stencils themselves were just not very sticky, so it was pretty difficult to get them to stick flush onto the book, meaning that the paint had more cracks to slip through, which causes this more imperfect looking result. But honestly, if this was on my bookshelf, that looks pretty cute. You really can't tell from afar that it's not the most professional looking stenciled book. I guess it kind of just depends on how important perfection is to you. If you want this to be a store-bought quality looking stenciled edge, you're probably not gonna get it with this kit. But if you want like a little afternoon craft or you're looking to spice your books up a little bit, this would definitely be something fun to do. I feel like this would also be fun to do with kids who like reading. Once it dries, you definitely have to spread out the pages so that it doesn't stick together too much. But yeah, everything besides the edge is exactly the same, so it's not going to like damage your books or anything. Honestly, the more I look at it, the more it's growing on me. Here's the other book that I did off camera. I did a little sword on the side. Again, it's not the most professional looking stenciled edge, but I feel like it's still pretty cute. I set my expectations extremely low for this project, so these honestly turned out a lot better than anticipated. Here's one more close-up of the books. As far as the products that came in the kit, I don't think they're the most high quality items out there, but these clamps definitely get the job done. I just don't think that they open very wide, so if you have a book that's much thicker than the ones that I used, it's honestly probably not going to fit. The stencils, like I said, are not the most sticky, but they get the job done in their own way. This is what the stencil looks like after I used it, and I don't really think you would be able to reuse this just because it's so unsticky now. I feel like if you were to use this again, it would turn out like 10 times worse than the one that I did. So yeah, the stencils are kind of like a one and done type of deal, but that's okay. There are a lot of them included in the kit, so you can still do a lot of books with what it comes with. Additionally, the paint brushes are kind of sad and pathetic, but again, they will get the job done, especially if you don't already have paint brushes at home. It's nice that it comes with some. And as far as the paint goes, I was really skeptical of this at first. I feel like anytime paint comes in these little pots, it's like the lowest quality paint in the world, but it was surprisingly good quality, so I honestly don't have a problem with these. I feel like my only problem is that it came with such weird colors. I really wish that it would have come with white, yellow, blue, and red. I feel like that mixture of colors is a lot more versatile than this mixture of colors. It's just so random and really doesn't make any sense to me, but that's okay. We made it work. So yeah, honestly, for the price, overall, I would give this like a 7 out of 10. It does come with everything that you need in order to complete this project. It doesn't exactly come with everything you might want, but like I said, it comes with everything you need. Also, the instructions are super easy to read and very clear. So yeah, you can get multiple uses out of this kit. I didn't use these 4 stencils, and even though I used the sword on this one, there are still 2 other stencils that I didn't use. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about that. If I can find this kit or something similar to it, I will link it down in the description for you guys. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just genuinely wanted to try this product out. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys would give this a try or not. I know some people like to keep their books in perfect condition. Some people don't care what happens to their books, and of course there's some people in between. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. If you guys liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know anything you want to let me know. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram and make sure that you are subscribed so that you can see more videos from me in the future. But for now, that is all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I'm so thirsty. Oh, all right, you guys did not see that. We're a little crooked. Oh, I didn't turn the camera off.